What's up, friends? Welcome back to the Friendly Food Forest channel. We're opening up this spring, getting 100 strawberry plants in the ground. Just showed up with the FedEx man right behind me. Kind of unassuming. Them bare root strawberries aren't real big when they show up. We're going to get them soaking in some water for a little bit. And when the wife gets home, her, the kids, and I are going to be planting 100 Goleta strawberry plants. Come with us. They look pretty good. I put just a little bit of water on them, just sprinkled some water on them because just some of them looked a little dry, but that's kind of to be expected. But they had a nice little bit of moisture to them, so I'm thinking with the green on them and the moisture that was on them, they're looking nice and healthy. We're going to be getting them in some water for about a half hour to an hour before we get them planted, just the roots. All right, so I like the packaging. It was sealed in a plastic bag, but not super tight at the top so they could breathe just a little bit. They were pretty good consistency on having a little bit of moisture. Still got some green leaf, a little bit on some of them. So they're definitely looking pretty good. I added just a couple of sprinkles of water because I'm not going to be getting to them for a little bit until we do our site preparation a tad bit more. And we will soak them in some water for a half hour before we put them out, just the roots. But this was pretty cool. I like this, that they sent this with it. It's got the most important steps and kind of how to get them in the ground, how deep. So I'm going to double check my own knowledge. Quite a great resource they sent with it, so I'm really liking it so far. All right, got the peach tree in the old strawberry area and the new strawberry area between a couple more fruit trees. So we're topping this off. We pulled as many weeds as possible. It was quite a bit of work. And we topped it off with a little bit of compost. You don't want to do too much because you're really not supposed to fertilize these strawberries a lot at first, but we're trying to get a nice good looking soil and cover up a few of them weeds that we might have missed. Give them strawberries a chance to cover them. It says about 3 feet apart as far as your rows and 1 to 2 foot spacing. We are going to do them a little bit closer over here, so hopefully they can make a nice ground cover and knock out any of them weeds that want to make an attempt to come back. Don't overwater, don't plant in too low of an area. That's another reason why I wanted to try to bring this area up a little bit with the compost, because strawberries are susceptible to getting flooded out. You want to make sure that crown of the strawberry doesn't have soil or water laying on top of it, or that can definitely make them rot out. But you definitely don't want to let them get too dry either. Strawberries are quite prone to drought, so if you're in a drought period, make sure you're watering once or twice a week. Help keep them wet. And that was some of the main tips. I guess I kind of knew most of them, but it's always good to do a little review. And grab one more load of compost from over here. I'm going to top this area off and then go ahead and start getting them strawberries in. The kids were a little bit of help and a lot of slowing us down, but we did get some help out here, thanks to Miss Bailey especially. And we'll go grab a little dirt, show you what it looks like when we're finishing up. Okay, she's looking pretty good all the way down. Got the plants soaking, gave them a little dip in the pond for good luck, and we'll get them in, spread them out about a foot or so. A little bit tighter than 3 foot over here, because like I said, we're going to try to bunch them up right down the middle as the runners spread out as much as possible and hopefully block them weeds out. Okay, so you can see it looks like they spread a little better than we'd like, so we end up getting 3 rows out of it with the middle just a tad bit more sparsely spread. But I wanted to show you a really important tip. See how I just got these laid out because I tossed them down? You don't want to bury your roots like that at all. You definitely want to have them spread out so they can get as much of the nutrients as possible and have a nice stable base under them. So you can see how I did the first 2 there. And then we're just going to lightly backfill them. See how there's a little space under there? Because we're going to be backfilling these, we want to be careful not to bury that crown. So I'm alright kind of setting it up just a little bit. I actually got a little bit of dirt under that one. Just hold it up while I spread out the roots, and so that I know the level of the crown. And I won't change that level as I backfill the dirt. Very important technique with doing your strawberries. Let me get these finished up and we'll show you what it looks like. Hey, can you see them? I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a lot of work. It's easy to do, easy to understand, and the fact that we can do it, but it's definitely a little bit of work. You know how it is, the things that are easy to do are easy not to do, but they're also easy to do as far as knowing how to do it. Just got to apply yourself, put in that little bit extra effort, and look at that. We're going to be eating nice fresh strawberries right in the backyard for the next 3 to 5 years. Them are the Galetta strawberries, like I mentioned, and we did pick them because them are disease resistant. They're resistant to a couple different problems that strawberries can have. So definitely when you're sourcing them trees, sourcing them plants, make sure they're disease resistant, and they're going to help you in the future. You're not going to have problems in the future. Hopefully we'll just be harvesting that nice delicious fruit. All right, let's check it out one more time on the way out. And remember, get your strawberries in the ground. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and check out everything we got going in the friendly food forest. Cheers. All right, y'all, don't forget to water them in real good before you're done. Tap that bell on the way out, and we'll see you on the next one.